Hey guys, welcome to day 4 of the Miami stripper vlog. So I've been at my club for about 2.5 weeks now and already have a regular. Yesterday was his birthday, so I thought it'd be really sweet to go out and get him a cake and a balloon, which I did before work yesterday. I went to the grocery store and it was awesome. He loved it, appreciated it, and thought it was a sentimental touch. So before I get to the rules around regulars, let's first talk about how do you obtain regulars and fans, reoccurring customers that want to come back and visit you, care about your life, want to know what you're doing. How do we get these? So for me, some of it has totally been luck, but there's also an element of being a good dancer, a good adult entertainer. Well, what does that mean? So I have 5 tips to help you be a good adult entertainer, because in my opinion, somebody that's really good at their job in this field is engaging, they're great at active listening, they're a people person. Even if they're introverted, they know how to charm and talk to people. So first things first, tip 1 is to be confident. This is a job where you have to be confident in your skin, naked in front of strangers dancing. It's just the nature of the beast that we all have to accept getting into this industry. And my suggestion for that, if you're not there yet, is figure out what you want your look to be, what you want your aesthetic to be. Once you figure that out, go for it. It doesn't have to be thin, it doesn't have to be plastic surgeryed up, it doesn't have to be all muscle, it doesn't have to be a BBW. It can literally be whatever look you want that you know you're going to feel the most confident in your skin. So tip 2, along with that, is to take care of your health and fitness. Regardless of what size you are, it's so essential that you stay hydrated, make sure that you're addressing nutrient deficiency, vitamin deficiency through a doctor or a dietitian, anyone that's medically licensed to give you that advice. Also, making sure you get your 6 to 8 hours of sleep. These are all so essential to be able to be confident, because if you're not healthy and you're not feeling good, it's very difficult to radiate confidence. Tip 3 would be to figure out what style of dancing you're going to master. For me, I am a pole dancer, which means that I do most of my work on the pole. I'm trying to learn how to do better floor work, but I know some girls, they pick 1 or they pick 2, or they're rock stars and have mastered pole dancing, floor dancing, and lap dancing, which are the 3 main types of dancing. There are also additional types of dancing, alternatives, if you're not into the people aspect but still into the performing aspect. So for that, the 3 are Lyra, the Cube, and aerial silks. You can do those 3 and be a dancer without being all over people. It's a different type of job. It's more of like a contractor job for most of the clubs I've seen. But yeah, so there's 6 main styles of dancing right now in the mainstream strip club industry, at least in the Southeast Florida area. Tip 4 would be to figure out your market. A big thing about strip clubs, especially down here, they attract such a diverse group of people. For me, I like to focus on people that I have a lot of commonalities with. I love reading books, I love playing video games, I love computer stuff, science fiction. So I try to go for men that give off that vibe that they're into it. And it's pretty easy to tell when you talk to people for a little bit. You can get a feel for what type of person they are. But the reason why I suggest someone similar to yourself is because it's far easier to keep them engaged, keep them entertained, and keep the conversation flowing as opposed to having awkward stops and weird pauses in conversations that don't feel quite natural. And in my next video, we'll discuss how important this is in getting regulars, because at the end of the day, those customers are coming there to feel good, to be entertained, and part of our job as entertainers is not just looking hot and dancing great, it's also being able to connect with the customer so that they feel welcome, they feel safe in the environment, they feel confident in the environment that we're providing for them, and we're a part of that atmosphere as dancers. Tip 5, my last tip, would be to pay your house dues. You will get fired if you don't, so that it should be a given. Unfortunately, not all girls understand that before they get into the industry, that every club you work at does not hire you as a W-2. I mean, at least down here, I know of 1 club in the whole United States, up in Alaska. I didn't work there, but they do hire W-2 employees. but it's really rare. Usually you are put on as an entertainer, a 1090 employee. They'll usually take your ID, but you're not paid an hourly rate. So what that means is house fees. House fees can range anywhere from $0 for some clubs if you've made nothing for the night. If you make any money, at most clubs they'll charge a minimum of $20 or like a percentage. Down here, house fees can go as high as $200. I have heard that. It does happen. So just be mindful of which club you're at. Also keep in mind that there are some veterans in strip clubs. They might have been there for a year to 5 years, whatever, where their house dues are much lower than everybody else's because seniority is a big part of this job. Club owners see turnover all the time. So the girls who stay for years do get seniority privileges because it's really rare that dancers stay longer than a matter of weeks or even months. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope these tips helped you out. I can't wait to discuss, like, again, how to get a regular, the rules around regulars for daytime workers. These people, for day shift or weeknight workers, those are going to be your bread and butter. They are going to pay your bills if that's your only job is a dancer. Yeah, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will catch up with you in a couple days here.